Hi, everybody. So glad you're with us. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to Boardwalk Hall at the famed Atlantic City Boardwalk in southern New Jersey for our main event. 12 rounds of welterweight action. Each man comes into this fight supremely confident, expecting to deliver a W. Manny Pacquiao is on his way to the ring. Boy, he looks confident. We've seen it many times with him through the years, but tonight, he's bubbling with confidence. He's not throwing any fuel onto the fire for his opponent. He's just making his way down to the ring in a way in which he's checking that time card, ready to punch in and get to work.
Introducing first, in the lower corner, with a record of 52 wins, 38 by way of knockout, and only 3 defeats, fighting out of General Santos City, Manny Pacquiao. And his opponent across the ring, hailing out of Tijuana, the Tornado, MARGARiTO.
Okay, guys, we went over the rules in the dressing room. Let's touch gloves.
Well, they've been waiting for this moment, and now they get it. Round 1 underway. Solid left hand to the head. Teddy, when fans come to see Manny Pacquiao, when viewers tune in to see Manny Pacquiao, they do it for one reason. They think they're going to see a lot of action. Is that what we're going to see?
Yeah, he's fan-friendly, and you know that he's going to be a guy that's going to take chances. He's going to be a guy who's going to try to get to his opponent. He's going to be a guy who's going to walk forward at some stage.
Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. If you are the fighter with the lower stamina, and you know it, going up against a guy who can really go the distance, how do you go after it right from the gate?
Well, I don't know that you go after it right from the gate, because then you're basically telling your opponent, I have no chance. I'm desperate. I think you go out there looking like you're ready to go the distance. Maybe he'll start to slow things down a little bit to worry about the late rounds himself.
Manny Pacquiao's movement helped out there. He avoided that punch. Pacquiao's combination punching is working well here. That left hand over the top, he's accurate with it. Blocks that punch. Well, he's committed to the left hand, and it's paying off here. So right from the start in this fight, he's committed to the body shots.
Well, that's the time to go there right at the beginning, because body work pays off for you later in the fight. No sense in wasting time. Get right to it.
Takes one, but gets one. Good work by Manny Pacquiao. Red-hot action to open up this fight. Both men throwing, both men landing.
It's been a long time since I've seen something like this. I think it was in a film library. Watching Hammer and Hank, the great Henry Armstrong. Never took a step backwards, kept going forwards.
Pacquiao's proving to be elusive. Pacquiao's right hand did a nice job that time. That worked well for him. Solid hook. Now a jab from Manny Pacquiao. This round comes to an end here. Joe Tessitore sitting ringside as always with Teddy Atlas. Love coming to this fight venue. We always have a great time when we come to town, with the exception of having to pay the bill for our entire crew on the night before when they take us out to a steak dinner.
Yeah, you know, they remind me of fighters a little bit. You know, the fighters that we see that have every once in a while, very short arms. You know,
they do.
These guys,
they don't have the reach.
No,
they can't reach for the wallet.
No, they don't. And I tell you, they would be great on the inside. Really great. I wish I could put them on the inside in the kitchen where I didn't have to take care of them at the table. But great guys.
Punches and bunches, combination up top. Great movement to get away from those punches. That is a sharp uppercut by Manny Pacquiao. Crashes home a headshot after blocking his opponent. Look at this, another power punch able to land. Early on in this fight, he's going for it.
Yeah, you wonder if he's got a call waiting outside.
He takes a shot and then commits to giving one right back. And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head. Pacquiao's got something to think about. He just threw a punch and had one coming right back at him. His opponent scored well with the counter. That punch nowhere close. The final minute of a round that feels like 30 minutes, not 3 minutes.
And this is the kind of fight where you just don't want to have a loser. They're both winners.
Manny Pacquiao's movement's really helping him out, avoiding that punch. Oh, and they decide to trade there. And he ties up on the inside. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Manny Pacquiao. Watch that punch. Wow, look at that, trading shots. You can almost see it just by the way a fighter sits down on their stool at the end of the round. As we come to the end of this round, you can tell that he's full of confidence and he can't wait to get right back out there and continue doing what he was doing.
Well, you're right. The first thing that I noticed is his back's not leaning against the corner pad. You know, that's a defeated fighter. That's a fighter. He don't want to go back. Something bad happens to him. You know, he's leaning back like that. You have to pick him up from the stool. He's got all his weight forward. He can't wait to get going. You know that he's positive. You know that he had a good round.
And round number 3 is underway. Targeting each other, the exchange was something special. Missed the target with that hook. Pacquiao's blocking ability is doing well for him there. A well-placed overhand right. Scored well with the left down there. Targeting the uppercut, and it works. Manny Pacquiao may be a very likable pound-for-pound elite fighter because he does have some flaws. He does have some weaknesses.
Yeah, he can be a little over-aggressive in spots, and maybe a guy like Mayweather can take advantage of that. You know, put your radar on, you know, catch the incoming as it's coming in, pick it up on the radar screen, pot down him a little bit, then he comes in, take advantage of some of that aggression. And you'd like to go to the body if you're fighting him because you want to take a little air out of those tires.
Comes across. cross with a hook up top. You see how he comes over the top with that left hand. Well-placed shot there. Reaching the halfway mark of this round. Very nice defensive guard there. Good-looking uppercut that time. Very nice work to the head. The right hand landed. And you see he turns defense into offense, comes back with the counterpunch.
And that's exactly what he brings to the game. He makes you miss, he makes you pay. And he makes you think twice about throwing a punch later on.
Targeting the left hand to the body. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Manny Pacquiao. Blocks it away. He brings an uppercut that really does damage there. Manny Pacquiao's opponent knows exactly what the game plan can be now. That counter punch landed with some success. Good, solid overhand left. Come on. Good job protecting himself. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Manny Pacquiao's now feeling the after effects of being rocked by a huge hook to the head. Not able to land the headshot.
Don't stop. Don't stop. You gotta keep working. You can get ahead. You got it. Okay, relax. Take a deep breath. This fight is real close. I mean, real close. So let those hands go. Let them go this round. This is the time. You need to outrun it.
Well, I think this is a fairly even fight, Teddy. As we look at your scorecard, that's the way you have it as we begin round number 4.
Well, it's been a battle of jabs, to be honest with you, Joe. And until one guy shows that his jab is bilingual, it's going to stay close. And what I mean by that, if one guy shows that his jab can do more than speak just English, maybe a little Spanish, maybe a little bit of this language where he hooks off and he does more things, that guy is going to separate himself.
That's it.
Pacquiao's picking up right where he left off. Remember how he finished that last round?
Yeah, he really finished strong, really fast. And you know what? This is a thinking man's fight. I know a lot of people are going to say Teddy's just an aggressive fighter. No, he understands, and his corner understands that his opponent only has 60 seconds to recover, and they're jumping on him, figuring that their opponent hasn't recovered.
Gets rid of that body shot.
Work the body.
Oh, what a hook upstairs. What a destructive hook today. Oh, he just ate a big shot comes home for him. Well, you knew his opponent could crack, and now he knows too. He is down.
And right now, he's actually thinking about what he's going to do. Am I going to get up?
1, 2, 3, 4.
So now the question becomes, after that knockdown, and he has gotten up, how does he survive?
So this is where instincts kick in. You got to start moving that head automatically right now. You don't want to stay in the middle.
He needs to improve the accuracy a little bit. That was comical by Manny Pacquiao. After catching one by Manny Pacquiao. He engages in the clinch. Pacquiao's coming up with the answers, avoiding that punch. Frustrating his opponent with great defense. Pacquiao's on the bad end of a big hook upstairs. Oh, that's good stuff, firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Manny Pacquiao. And now he's targeting upstairs. Flush right hand to the body.
Let's go out there now. Come on, now, let me see.
And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head. A stinging uppercut by Manny Pacquiao. Round comes to an end. Knockdown was scored in that round. So, Teddy, you're working the corner of the guy who was just on the floor. What are you telling him?
You're telling him that if he's been down before, you want to actually use that for a positive. I know that sounds crazy, but you say, hey, you've been here before, you can overcome it. You want to remind him that he can get back. And then the most important thing, though, is you tell him why he got dropped. So when he goes out there, he's not just scared going into a dark place saying, see, it's going to happen again. He knows he has control.
He is not in good shape. He's solid. And once again, he goes down. The question is, can he rise up again?
1, 2, 3, 4.
I give him a lot of credit for even getting up from that knockdown, but he still has to impress and move forward here.
Yeah, I applaud him. I give him credit, but I also recognize that he's in good shape. That's one of the reasons he got up.
Carries that punch intended for the head. Teddy, when you've been in the corner in your career and you have a charge who is not making a lot of contact, what do you tell him?
The first thing I tell him, Joe, is shorten up your punches a little bit. The other thing I tell him is he's making you miss, so you know what? Feint him a little bit. Get a false move out of him. Get a premature move. And when he moves, then time him. Now you're going to catch him.
Pacquiao's so dangerous with that accuracy, a two-punch combination landing. And he just turns that hook up top, and it does damage. Right to the head with that right.
Double up when you punch.
He saw the uppercut, he took advantage, throwing it out there. A little something for his opponent after getting tagged. Very nice work from both men. They each got a shot in. A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. Hits him in the mug with the right. More than one, and it's just what he wants. Stay away from those. Able to get away from that headshot with the block. Teddy, there are opportunities that are here for him, aren't there?
Yeah, counterpunch opportunities, because he got an opponent who's walking in a little bit. Now he has a chance to start to chuck something back at him a little.
They both decide to bring it. Good shot there with that left. What a good war this has been. What a good, solid fight it's been. The kind of fight that tells me somebody wants to get rid of the other guy.
It almost looks like they made a deal where neither one could win by decision. Where if they didn't win by knockout, it doesn't count.
Digging in with a left to the gut. He scores with the jab there. They trade shots. He comes back with a right hand. Pacquiao's jacked by an uppercut. Nice. Not hitting his mark there, going upstairs. That up, there it is! Up off the deck and now in control. He scores a knockdown of his own.
And he turned it around because when his opponent scored the knockdown, he got a little careless, a little lazy. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Hey, No doubt about it. Manny Pacquiao may have gotten up here, but he is hurt. Oh, that's gotta hurt. He goes down again, does Manny Pacquiao. You gotta wonder if this could be over. It's over. This fight is over. Manny Pacquiao's a knockout victim. He couldn't beat the count.
Ladies and gentlemen, by knockout, your winner, MARGARiTO.
A definitive ending to this bout. Manny Pacquiao's knocked out.
Questions about his chin before this fight, those questions, they've been answered.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Have yourself a great evening.